Welcome to Learning Math Skills with another lecture. And as you know, we are doing nowadays the topic that is pie charts from your book. So this is the last lecture of the topic. So first we will revise some basics. What are the pie charts? And then we will start to do some questions from your workbook as well as from your textbook. So first of all, what is pie chart? So as you know, pie chart is basically a circular chart that, and there are three types of circulars we can show. That is, the one is as a whole. One circle show the whole part, means one, and when we divide it into half, it shows by the 1/2, and when we divide into its fourth part, then each of the part shows by the 1/4. Similarly, pie chart is also shown in some graphs as a percentage or as an angle. So when it shows at an angle, it means the whole circle shows 360 degree, and when we half it, it shows the 180 degree, and when we make it four equal parts, then each part shows 90 degree. Similarly, if a pie chart shows as a percentage, then as you know that her total percentage is denoted by 100. So each percentage is, if we divide into half, then it means that is a 50%, and if divide it into four equal parts, then each part shows by the 25%. So these terms we will use in the next upcoming questions. So let's start our today's questions from your textbook and from your workbook. So let's see what is your first question, that is from your workbook, page number 84. And what is the question? The question is that there are the pie chart shows the number of marbles of different colors in a box. Okay, the one what the pie chart shows, there are blue, green, white, yellow, and red. Red making an angle of 90 degrees, so it means that shows the angle of 90 degree in the fraction form, which shows 1/4. It's 1/4 part of the whole chart. So what is the first question for you? The first question is that what fraction of marbles are red and white? So what are red? Red is 1/4, and what is white? White is 1/10. So it means we have to add 1/4 plus 1/10. So how will you add these two? We have to make the denominators same, then we can add. So the easiest way to multiply this term with 4 and multiply this term with 10, and it comes 4/40 plus 10/40, and when we add these two, we will get our answer, that is 14/40. And after simplification at the table of 2, we get 7/20, right? So this is your answer, that is 7/20. So what comes the next question? Next question is that the same graph, same pie chart, are there more green marbles or yellow marbles? So how many green marbles? Green marbles are 1/5, and how many yellow marbles? That is 3/20. So we have to look which have the greater value. So what we did, we will make the denominator same, means we will multiply this term with 4. Why we multiply with 4? Because we have to make the denominator same. 5 4s are 20. So we will get 4/20 and 3/20. So which has the greater value? That is the 4/20. 4/20 means 1/5 means green. So green has the more values than yellow. Clear? So now come to the next part of the same question, that is the C part. What is the C part? The C part is what fraction of the marbles that are not yellow? Now understand the question. What part of the marbles that are not yellow? So what part of the marbles are yellow? That is 3/20. The whole pie chart shows 1, and how many yellows are there? That is 3/20. So it means we have to subtract 3/20 from 1. That comes the rest of the marbles that are not yellow. Okay, 1 minus 3/20. So we have to again make the denominator same. So we make it, there is no denominator at a 1, so I can write 1. Okay, so we have to make this 1 into 20. It means we have to multiply with the 20. That means 20/20 minus 3/20. So when you subtract these two values, we will get 17/20. So that is the marbles which are not yellow, right? So come to the next last D part of the same question. What is the D part? The D part is what fraction of the marbles are blue. Means we have to find the what fraction of the marbles that are blue. It means we have to subtract all these 4 marbles from 1, as whole part shows by the 1, that is 1 over 5, that is 1 over 10, yellow 3 over 20, and what is red? As I told in the part 1, that is 1 over 4. So we will subtract all these marbles from 1, right? 1 over 4, 1 over 5, 1. So now what to do? You have to make the denominator same. So what is the denominator of 1? I write 1. So we have the make the denominators same. So for here we will multiply with 20. Here we have 4, so we will multiply with 5. Here we have 5, so we will multiply with 4. And here we have 10, we will multiply with 2, and with here we multiply with 1 because we already have the denominator as 20, right? So let's see what we get. 20 out of 20, 5 over 20, 4 over 20. So from 20 we will subtract all these values, that is 5 plus 4, 9, 2, 11 plus 3, 14. So when we subtract we get 6 over 20. If we further simplify it, we can get 3 over 10 our answer. So now the next question again is from your workbook, that is from page number 85. So let's see what is the question. The pie chart shows the number of books on a shelf. Half of the books are mystery books. Okay. So what the pie chart shows? Okay. Pie chart shows that mystery books are 66, non-fiction fiction is 20, science fiction is 11, and rest of the books are horror. So if you look at the horror books, it makes 90 degrees. So it means that is the 1 over 4 part of the whole books. So how many half books are? That is 66. The given thing is that half of the books are mystery books, right? So it means 66. So what are the total books? Simply we have to multiply 66 into 2. So what we get? We will get 132. Means total books are 132. So now come to the questions. What questions we have to ask? Okay, the first question is that find the percentage of books that are non-fiction and science fiction books. Okay, it means how many science fiction books? That is 11. How many non-fiction books? That is 22. So it means total books are 33. What percentage of the books that are non-fiction and science? Means total books is 33. So how can you find percentage? That is non-fiction books are 33 over total books 132. We already calculated. So we will simplify and get our answer. So how can you simplify? You can simplify a table of 11. 11 threes are, and 11 12s are, and then 3 ones are 3, 3 fours are 12, and when we divide 400 as a table of 4, we will get 25. So our answer is 25%. 25% of books are non-fiction and science fiction books. Clear? So now come the next part, that is the B part of the same question. So let's see what is the question. How many horror books are there on the shelf? Okay. So what this shows, 90 angle, it means 1 over 4. So how many total books? How many total books? That is 66, 2s are 132. So it means 1 over 4 into 35, 32, 132. So you can simplify it. 4 3s are and 4 3s are. It means there are 33 horror books on the shelf. So what comes the next? How many books are there on the shelf? Means how many total books. So as early I told you that the half of the books are 66. So we will multiply by 2 and we will get our answer, that is 132 total books on the shelf. Right? So I hope you are enjoying this lecture and you are understand these questions. They are very easy questions. So now come to the next question, that is also from your workbook, page number 86. So what is the question? This one. This pie chart shows the number of pupils with and without glasses in a class. Okay, there are 20 girls in the class. Okay, so what the pie chart shows: boys with glasses 10, girls without glasses, that is 14, boys without glasses 18, girls with glasses. So total girls are 20. So it means girls with the glasses, that is 6, because the sum of these two values must be equal to 20. So let's see what are the questions. The first question is, how many boys are there in the class? So very simple, we will add 18 and 10, because 18 without glasses and 10 with the glasses. So we have total 28 boys in the class. Very easy. So what is the next one? How many girls wear glasses? That's again an easy. Total girls are 20, 14 without glasses, rest of the girls are with glasses, and that is 6. You can simplify, easily get this answer. That's an easy question for you. Yes? Okay. So now see what are the next from the same question. How many pupils do not wear glasses? Okay. How many pupils? 18 plus 10 total. How many people? Girls without glasses 14 and boys without glasses 18. So total 32 students that are without glasses. Okay. D part. How many pupils in the class? So how many pupils in the class? Very easy. 18 with the glass and 10 with this one, and total 20. So how many total students? That is 48. 28 boys and 20 girls in the class. Very easy question. So what comes next? That is again from your workbook, page number 87. The pie chart shows number of people in a cinema. There are 120 people in the cinema hall in all. Okay. There are children, that is 28, men is 44. So how many women is 44? So how many men are there? Simply we will subtract from 120 that children and women, we will get our men. So let's see what is the question there. How many more women than the children? Very easy. 44 minus 28. So it means 16 women are more than the children. So what comes next? How many men are there in the cinema? So what we have to do? What is total strength? Total strength is 120, and we will add 28 and 44. What we get? We get 72, and we will subtract it. That is 8 and 48. Means your answer is 48 men are there in the cinema hall. So what is the next part? The same question. C part. What percentage of audience are women and children? Okay, that's interesting. Now we have to find the percentage. So how many women or children are there? That is 28 plus 44. So how many audience? That is 72. So now we have to find the percentage. It means 72 will be divided by 120 and multiply by 100. In this way we can get the percentage of audience. Okay, 0 cuts with 0. At the table of 2, 2 5s are 10, 2 6s are 12, and 6 12s are. So it means 60% of audience are women and children, right? Now your textbook question, that is from page 207. The pie chart shows the number of people at carnival. There are 500 people. Okay. Out of 500, the women are 20%, men are 10%, and boys are 1/4. Boys are 1/4 because it is making a 90-degree angle. So let's see what is the question there. What fraction of the people at carnival are adults? Okay, the men and women are the adults. So what percentage? First, how many men are there? That is 10%. 10% mean if you add men and women, that is 10 and 30%. Okay, so first we will find the total adults. So 30 over 100 into 500, that 1 cancel with 0, and this 0 with this 0, and 5 multiplied by 3, that is 1/3, 50. So it means total 150 adults out of 500 at the carnival. We have to find the fraction of people's carnival are adults. So 150 over 500, you can simplify, leave your answer in the simplest form. This 0 cuts with 0 at the table of 5. 5 3s are 15 and 5 10s are 50. So 3 by 10 in the fraction form answer that the people at carnival are adults, right? So come to the next question, that is the B part. Same question. So what is the B part? What percentage of people at carnival are girls? Okay. So how can you find the girls? Boys are 1 over 4. 1 over 4 means that is 25% of the total gathering at carnival. So rest of the other girls. So simplify, very simple, 100 minus 25 minus 20 and minus 10. We will add all these and subtract from the 10. We will get our answer, that is 45% after getting subtract. So what is come next? They are the same question and the last part of the question. So let's see what is the question. How many boys are in the carnival? So how many boys? That is 1/4. Okay, because there are two ways. That is also a 25% of the boys. So you have two ways to solve it. In percentage way, you will solve 25 over 100 multiplied by 500. These two with cuts with each other, and we will get our answer, that is 125. The other way you can solve it by the fraction form, that is a 1/4 part. Boys are 1/4. So 1/4 multiplied by total percentage. Again we will, when we cut it at the table of 4, so we will get the same answer, right? So that's all for today. Today we wind up the your topic, that is pie chart. It's very easy topic as you see the questions. So do practice these questions, read this question, observe these questions from your textbook, from your workbook, and from some review pages. So you will enjoy it by doing these questions. So at the end, what you have to do, simply you have to share, subscribe and like my channel, that is Learning Math Skill with Kashif. So see you till new topic, new day.